Thank you so much for joining us this evening and being here. We're super excited to be playing our concert for you. We have a bunch of anxious and a little bit nervous beginners up here, so they have a very, very, very encouraging audience tonight. So we're going to start with our class songs. The students are a little nervous about that because it is just their song. That's okay, their class, so each class is going to play a song. Regardless of how things go, we do ask that you please give them a big round of applause and encouragement because they've only been playing their instruments for 3 months. And parents, I hope that you've heard, like we talked about at the beginning of the year, I hope you heard from the sounds in the beginning when you were maybe going, honey, what did we do? Are you sure we don't need a bigger room in the house or something? Anyway, but hopefully you feel like, you've heard progress over our time and working with your students. So tonight is our first chance to showcase just the McAnally 6th graders. They've played extravaganza and they've been with the middle school kids, the 7th and 8th graders, and the high school band. But tonight is our first opportunity to showcase just the 6th graders and the work that they've done. So we're going to get started with Mr. Olmos's class songs, and then Mr. Robinson's going to do his class songs, and I will do my 3 class songs, and then we've got a full band piece for you after that. So let's get started. Mr. Olmos, welcome to the stage. them another wonderful round.
Good evening, everybody. If you don't know who I am the director of the Symphonic Band. I'm Mr. Olmos. I teach a couple of the beginner classes, but I see a couple of my beginners stay behind to watch. So we're super excited to have you here. This is our winter concert, and as you can tell by the program, I'm super Christmas heavy. So we're going to play a couple of tunes that we've been working on. You heard them, hopefully you heard them in the fall, and you see how much they've grown in a short amount of time. That fall concert was to kind of get us prepared and see how we're doing in sections and seeing what we need to do to continue growing. And I've got to tell you already, it's going to be a great concert, and I am extremely impressed with the work they've been doing. So let's go ahead and start. We're going to start off with Hark. next piece that we're going to play, by the way, they sound amazing, don't they? Give them another round of applause. I'm not kidding. Sorry, my beginners, you will be here one day. But they are my favorite part of the day. I mean, working with them in a big group, and this is probably the largest group project they're going to be a part of. And it's extremely, I've been talking to them about it this week, that it's incredible what we're asking them to do. Learn all the notes, learn all the rhythms, be masters at their instrument, but also work together. And that's incredible that we get an opportunity to do that. The next piece that we're going to be working on, or that we're going to play for you, is called Expectations. It's a level up. It starts off a little slow, then it picks up halfway through. I'll tell you what, the hardest thing we can do with young musicians is play slow. You know them, right? They get very antsy, they start moving around a lot. It's hard for them to stay, to be patient sometimes. So this piece really works on that and helps them kind of develop that musical intent. So hope you enjoy Expectations.
Well, hello. Thank you all for staying and being patient. I want to know here, I always do this every year, so any of my sixth grade parents still here in the house? Been here the whole time? Oh yes, got some major fans over here. Anyone else? All right, awesome. So thank you sixth grade parents for staying. Your kids did fabulous. Hopefully you've heard a progression as we go. And so this is our premier group for McAnally Middle School, our honors band. So we're going to get started with a piece called Counterbalance, and I'll play the next piece called Creer. And then I'll talk a little bit more before our final piece and brag on your students. But here we go. Hope you enjoy it. And we're going to give it our best. Here's Counterbalance. Thank you. I wasn't going to talk about this one, give a little bit of a story on this. So I've been fortunate this year to be asked to do a couple of our region bands, and one of the special bands I'm really excited about is a band down in Brownsville. They're all city band. And Mr. Olmos actually was in that band when he was in middle school and told me a little bit about it and how good the band was. So in my search for music for these bands, these all region bands, I came across this piece, and it's creer, and it means believe in Spanish. So it was written for a front office secretary who unfortunately passed away due to COVID-19, and her battle cry to all her students was always believe. So the composer wrote the piece and named it that, and so the trumpet represents the announcement of a funeral ceremony a little bit. We do have a trumpet solo, and so it's a very beautiful piece. It's a Spanish flair. I think the students in Brownsville will enjoy it. When I played it for Mr. Olmos, he was like, "Oh yeah, you got to play that." So I hope you enjoy it. We really enjoyed it. I think it's one of the students' favorite pieces. It's a beautiful piece. So just pray that. hope everyone has a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, New Year, all the things, okay? Hope you enjoy our last piece, Prelude and Pursuit. It's a pretty cool piece, and we're going to give it our best. It's very challenging, but we're going to give it our best. Thank you so much.
Thank you.